Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. I'm Sheila Edwards-Lang, and I'm the Chancellor here at University of Washington, Tacoma. And it's my pleasure to kick off this evening's festivities by welcoming you to the 2022 Umoja celebration. And we're so very proud of our diversity here at the University of Washington, Tacoma. And when it comes to other colleges in the state, we have more historically underrepresented students, first-generation students, veteran and military-affiliated students, students with disabilities, LGBTQ students, undocumented students, religious minority students, and formerly incarcerated students than your average university. And as we think about being part of the University of Washington system, between Bothell, Tacoma, and Seattle, we are the most diverse of the 3 UW campuses. And we know that this is actually one of our strengths, our greatest strengths. And so we gathered together at the end of each academic year for this Umoja celebration to recognize and celebrate this diverse community of students and their great accomplishments, as so many of them are preparing to graduate. So Umoja began in 2018 at the encouragement of students, and it has been hosted by the Center for Equity and Inclusion ever since. It's student-inspired, student-planned, and student-centered. So can we give the students a round of applause, because this is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful in here. This celebration embodies so much of what it means to be a UW-Tacoma student and a soon-to-be UW-Tacoma alumni. A celebration of hard work, diversity, accomplishment, and love, all wrapped together and across all kinds of social differences. And we know that this year has been one of the most challenges. The last 2 years have been some of the most challenging. So for our students to be graduating, we are so proud of you. So at UW-Tacoma, we celebrate our diversity. We stand together stronger because of how different and diverse we are. An important part of what it means to be the kind of community we are is to honor those who came before us and those who continue to work alongside us as we provide a high-quality education. Many of those partners are our local Native American and Indigenous communities and governments with whom we continue to partner. In the spirit of collaboration and commitment with these communities, we have a tradition here of starting our gatherings with the land acknowledgement. And so I'd like to invite our tribal liaison, Gabe Menthern, to deliver our land acknowledgement. Gabe?
Hail. We recognize that all of us at University of Washington, Tacoma learn, live, and work on or near the ancestral homeland of the Coast Salish people. In particular, our campus is situated on the traditional territory of the Puyallup. We also want to acknowledge the lands of the Muckleshoot, Nisqually, Suquamish, Duwamish, and all other traditional lands that we may be on. As people on these occupied territories, we have a responsibility to acknowledge the land, the ancestors who have cared for this land since time immemorial, and our indigenous connections today. We also have the responsibility to acknowledge the histories of dispossession and forced removal that have allowed for the growth and survival of this nation and institution. In light of this history, let us take active efforts to partner with our indigenous community members and neighbors to seek justice as we continue to work together as a community of learners, leaders, and educators. Up next, I'd like to welcome Dr. Greg Urquhart to the stage and bless us with a welcoming song.
Kaseo, Dagwa, Greg Urquhart, Teach Shilagi. Hello, relatives. My name's Greg Urquhart. I'm a descendant of the Eastern Band of Cherokee. This song I'm about to sing was created by the late Bruce Miller, Skokomish, Subiye. He gifted this song back to the Chinook people, and my elder, Shiokton Paul Wagner, taught this to me. It's called the Dokwaba song. It's a prayer of making everything right, balancing our heart and our mind, everything right in the world. So I'm sending these good intentions out to you as you go forth, getting ready to graduate and prepare for new and exciting things. I know you're all going to do great things in this world. Thank you, my family. I also asked for a brief minute tonight to talk about a few resources. Some of you know me, some of you do not. I have a role on campus here with psychological and wellness services. I just wanted to mention, as I know this is a time of great excitement, it can also be a time of concern or wonderings of what's next. And we have drop-in hours if any of you want to come in Monday and Tuesday from 11 to 1:30, and also Wednesday and Thursday from 12 to 2:30. You can come and be seen the same day if you want to have a brief appointment. We can talk about resources at pause or in the community as you get ready to transition out. And I'll be here tonight. If anybody wants to come up and pull me aside, I can talk more about that. But thank you, my family.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 5th annual Emoji Celebration. This is a night of great celebration. I'm Marian S. Harris, the Interim Vice Chancellor for Equity and Inclusion and Professor in the School of Social Work and Criminal Justice. Tonight, you will experience performances from local artists, celebrate 2022 UW-Tacoma graduates, and recognize some of our equity and inclusion champions for the year. This memorable occasion provides an opportunity for us to share food, laughter, and cheer our students together. As we celebrate with one another this evening, let us not forget that we are still living through a pandemic. We strongly recommend that you keep your masks on when not enjoying your food, and ask permission from others before greeting them with a handshake or a hug. Let us do our best to keep each other safe as we celebrate the great achievements of our graduating students. Our hosts for the evening are two of our amazing student leaders, Nargis and Ahmed, both of whom work as program coordinators in the Center for Equity and Inclusion and serve as leaders in the Muslim Student Association. They will guide us through the evening and provide instructions along the way. Let us give a warm welcome to them.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nargis Al-Alusi and I'm the student program coordinator. My pronouns are she, her.
And assalamu alaikum everyone, and my name is Ahmed Wafai. I am a program coordinator as well, and my pronouns are he, him. And wait a second, Nargis. And today we are here to celebrate Umoja. What is Umoja?
Umoja is one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Umoja is a Kiswahili word meaning unity. The Umoja celebration is a time to gather, rejoice in our collective accomplishments, reflect on our experiences, and recommit ourselves to our ancestors, friends, family, and community. Umoja highlights the strength of our communities, the power of unity, and energizes us to work for a change within our world and ourselves. This is our 5th annual Umoja celebration.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing what Umoja is. The theme for Umoja this year is Moving Forward in Strength and Unity. This will honor the diverse student population graduating from University of Washington, Tacoma, as well as those communities of support who have traveled with them along the way. The Umoja celebration is open to all the graduating students, staff, faculty, community members, and the friends of our graduates. We recognize the importance of celebrating our students who come from historically underrepresented and marginalized background.
So we just want to give a quick overview of the agenda tonight. We will have performances from local artists,
Then we'll have our Equity and Inclusion Champion Award.
recognition of our CEI student staff,
We'll have our keynote from our very own Yanira.
what you're all waiting for, the recognition of our graduating class of 2022.
And last but not the least, we have an amazing photo booth and we have a food open throughout the entire event. So feel free to get some more food.
Just some housekeeping rules for everyone. Bathrooms are right outside these double doors towards the hallway. And light refreshments are in the hallway behind us, so help yourself to food throughout the event. So with that being said, let's get started with our first performance for the night. Nancy Mubaro is an author and performing poet. In her writing, she amplifies the experiences and stories of East African immigrants in an authentic way that also encompasses the complex relationship with culture, traditions, language, gender dynamics, and race as Black diasporans. Her style involves uplifting culture by incorporating her native language, Swahili, and rooting her stories and poetry in their cultural and political contexts. Fun fact, she is also a UW-T graduate and former CEI student staff in the pantry. Please give it up for Nancy.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Awesome. I'm so excited to be here, as you've heard. My name is Nancy Mboro, and I am a poet and a writer, and it is an honor to be presenting here today. I think it's a very calm, full circle moment for me because I graduated at UW-T in 2019, and I also worked with the CEI in the pantry, and it was a really memorable time for me. And then also my connection to this event itself. It is called Umoja, which means oneness, and I am born and raised in Kenya, so Swahili is my language, so I felt that connection goes really deep for me. So I have one request. I would like that my audience to help me say this line every time you hear me say it. It's gonna be, it's a question of which is a lesser evil. Can you repeat that? It's a question of which, yes, it's a question of which is a lesser evil. Okay, thank you. So this poem is called The Tourist. My audience, please indulge me in a simple game of tourist gaze or savior complex. Tip the scale higher or lower, bid to your heart's desires. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of which is the lesser evil. Against contrary belief, Africa is not uneducated, especially when 95% of Americans think that a continent that can hold both the United States, China, and India at the same time is a country. When their only knowledge of Africa is through the Lion King movie. Hakuna Matata is your slogan, yet you have no idea the language is Swahili. But no worries, even when your exploitative nature, yes, Disney, steals the rights to the words of my language, so I now have to pay you to use it. All in the name of diversity and awareness. When you profit from a culture you did not invent or sustain, ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of which is the lesser evil. Your persona is a double-edged sword. It's either your savior complex or you look at us with that tourist gaze. Yes, that gaze that sees Africa as exotic, a land where people live with animals, savages left in the wild for too long, that walk around with no clothes and in the middle of nowhere. Afraid our primal nature has kept us away from school. That's why every campaign is $1 for a school desk. So enchanted by the thought of seeing slums, so you pay money to drive around in tour buses, to see people that are lavishing in squalor for a sport, a pastime, as if they are animals to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of which is the lesser evil. Then there are the stories you tell about our women, that we live under the thumb of the master who rules with an iron fist, the husband, that our men have a thirst for underage girls that have just reached puberty, that we are chained and dragged to the altar. A marriage can't just be a marriage. It's either arranged or forced. Or our culture is so barbaric that it would support the butchering of a woman through female circumcision. Or that the bride price is the act of buying a woman, a fact not based on understanding culture or custom, because from a Western lens, culture equals backwardness and barbarism. acts by individuals are poster children for movements. So you spin your yarn with tales of lies, half-truths, and unsanctioned biases. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of which is the lesser evil. Your media is overloaded with images of starving children, large stomachs, and thin arms and legs, as if the narrative of the 1% is a representative of a whole continent. Your egoistic savior complex looks at us as defenseless creatures, too ignorant to change their circumstances. So forgive me if I do not want your help. Excuse me, I meant your condescending outstretched hand. You think you know what I need. You never ask for my ideas, yet you are planning over my future. But you are too distracted by the fact that I do not speak English. So you assume I have no mind of my own, or worse, my English is covered by my thick accent. So you cross me out as dumb or uneducated, imitate my language in Hollywood as a bunch of clicks and knocks, but you can never say my name. Even after I have learnt your language, heaven forbid you give me the common courtesy to say my name. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of... Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for such an amazing performance. We had such an amazing time. Nargis, guess what time it is?
OMG, what time is it?
It's time for our very first raffle. So if I can have everybody take out these little tickets that they received at the registration table, and I'll come downstairs and we'll pick one of the numbers.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to say the number?
Yeah, this is mine. This is
Choose the
mine.
number.
This is just mine. Oh, what are you doing? All right, let's see who I can pick from the audience. How about you? Pick a number. All right, let's see. And the winning ticket is 7001. 7001. 7001. All right, can you come upstairs and then we'll give you your raffle. So nice. All right, so our very first raffle basket you have won. What is your name? Tiana? Tatiana. All right, great. Come on up. We have Tatiana as a winner. Our first basket that they're going to get is our exclusive CEI basket, which is full of CEI goodies in there. So congratulations. Woo! Yeah. Thank you. All right, so thank you so much for participating in raffle number 1. We have 2 more to go, so don't lose hope. So up next, we have some special recognition that we would like to take some time to talk about. Over the past 2 years, we have entered into pandemic. We had some amazing superstars around the campus who worked to make sure everything was safe and well-maintained on campus. Now I would like to invite Dr. McCarty and Dr. Harris back on the stage to present these awards. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Earlier this year, our chancellor and our interim vice chancellor and much of our leadership team recognized several folks with the on-campus event in recognition of all the good work that had been done during pandemic time. And we want to contribute to that tonight by awarding several campus offices here tonight with our annual Equity and Inclusion Champions Award. So in recognition of the service and risks taken during the COVID-19 pandemic by staff members in the Integrated Facilities Management, Campus Safety, Information Technology, and the Pantry team, the Office for Equity and Inclusion is happy to present them with our annual Equity and Inclusion Champion Award. In the midst of an unprecedented pandemic, these brave staff provided computers and internet to students in need who were studying at home, continued to clean our campus buildings even as our knowledge of COVID-19 was incomplete and evolving, provided access to our food pantry services to students who needed it during the time of pandemic, and kept our campus community safe when so many of us were absent from this place. So I'd like to invite folks to come up, and they will receive a plaque from Dr. Marian Harris, our Interim Vice Chancellor for Equity and Inclusion. So I'd invite you to come up this way, if you could. Representing facilities who kept our campus clean and all of us safe as a previously unknown virus shut down the world, Brian Wong. Thank you so much, facilities. And representing campus safety, who remained on campus, keeping our campus safe, ensuring that our students had safe access to the building in which the pantry is and other campus services, and serving our broader Tacoma community who still frequented our grounds. The Director of Campus Safety, Susan Walkshaw-Golden. Thank you, Campus Safety. And representing information technology, who ensured that all of our students had access to reliable internet service and computers, and who helped all of us on campus adjust to our virtual environment, Vice Chancellor Patrick Powell. Thank you, IT. And representing our students and our professional staff who kept our food pantry open and organized home deliveries across the Puget Sound throughout the pandemic, student pantry assistants Marisa Morris, Victor Vasquez Gutierrez, and Sherry Awumanu. We also want to say a special thank you to all the faculty and staff volunteers who delivered the food all around the Puget Sound. Thank you, pantry staff. And now, Nedralani Longutala. No? Do I lie? I'm sorry. The page is incorrect. Y'all do your thing.
Thank you both, Dr. McCarty and Dr. Harris. So up next, we're going to do our second raffle.
Yeah, can I have everybody take out their tickets again?
Yes.
All right, you want to go downstairs?
Can you grab me the basket?
Yeah. There we go. I'll get the basket ready.
So you want
Yeah, just go pick a person.
Okay. Where should we go? Where should we go? Joseph? Nah, I'm too nice to you guys. Where should we go? Right over here. You want to choose a raffle? There you go. Okay, read it out to me. 4. Okay, here. 417009. 417009.
All right. Going once.
Going
Twice?
once, twice.
All right. Can we get another one?
Okay. How about you choose? Go. Come on.
Okay.
You want to read it out?
Sure, I can read it out. Okay, so the number is 416988.
Oh, you're so close.
Oh, okay. All right, she got it. I see
got it. Oh,
All right.
yay.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Can I have Fatma up on the stage right now, please?
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. All right, our second raffle basket is our exclusive Center for Student Involvement for thank you. We would like to give a thank you to them. We have a lot of great, amazing things in there, so congratulations. Yeah, thank you, Fatma. All right.
Are they ready?
See you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Now we would like to welcome Nedralani Logotala on stage to recognize our CEI student staff.
Hello, everyone. Talo Falava. My name is Nedralani Longotala, and I proudly serve as the Program Support Supervisor for the Center for Equity and Inclusion. Thank you all so much to our family and friends and loved ones of our graduates, our UWT community for being here. We appreciate it very much. So a big part of my job is supervising our awesome student staff. And so I have the privilege of recognizing our 2 graduates from our CEI student staff. These 2 students are Himanshu Tucker. Please give him a round of applause. And our second graduate couldn't be here, but I would still like to honor her and recognize her. Her name is Bengisu Chichek. So please, Himanshu, if I can have you make your way up here to the stage. So these 2 students, while he's making his way up here, these 2 students have worked during one of the hardest years because of the pandemic. They managed to complete their studies. In Himanshu's case, he secured a future job. Woohoo! And they both have just experienced so much during their time here at UWT. So it was my honor to work with them throughout this past year. And we've learned a lot about one another, each other's cultures, including. And I just have seen the growth in their leadership in their positions. So let me get your medallion. But yes, thank you. Everyone give it for Himanshu. Now, I would like to invite our executive director, Dr. Jimmy McCarty, to the stage as well. As some of you may know, Jimmy is also graduating from the CEI at the end of this month to pursue teaching at Boston University School of Theology as their new full-time faculty member. So please give it up to Jimmy. We thought, he just said I'm in trouble. This wasn't planned, but we thought it was fitting to also recognize Jimmy with the medallion himself, so I'll give it to you after I read this. Jimmy was very instrumental in our creation of our new CEI space, which if these blinds were open, if you turned right behind you, our building's right there. So you can't miss us. If you haven't had a chance to come visit us, please do. Jimmy, I want to thank you for your guidance and your leadership these past 4 years. It was an honor working with you and learning from you. Personally, I just want to say thank you for, your support you have provided me in graduate school and pushing me to expand my experience and for just keeping it real. You always kept it 100 with us, so thank you. We will definitely miss you, boss man, and wish you best of luck over there at Boston.
So up next, we have a special keynote by Yanira Pacheco. Yanira couldn't be here with us today physically, but she was able to record a message for all of us today. Yanira serves as the First Generation Student Initiatives Coordinator for UW Tacoma. In this position, she coordinates services and programs across campus that support almost 54% of UW Tacoma students who are the first in their family to attend college. As a student services professional, she brings more than 20 years of experience to the field of student affairs. Her areas of interest are the college experience for sophomores, students, first-generation students, supplemental instruction, learning communities, and student organization advising. She holds a bachelor's degree from the University of Puerto Rico and is also proud of being a first-generation college student. college graduate, sorry. She enjoys gardening, reading, and watching movies. We are really sad to see Anira leave us here at UWT. She will truly be missed, and we are forever grateful for the impact she has had on our campus community. Now, please redirect your attention to the screen.
Good afternoon, good evening, buenas tardes, or buenas noches. It's a privilege to be here with all of you during such an important occasion. I am humbled and honored by this wonderful opportunity to be here at the Umoja celebration, all in unity, todos unidos. So I will start with a disclaimer that I only have 2 more weeks here at this beautiful UW-Tacoma campus in my role as the coordinator for the Office of First Generation Student Initiatives. I have been extremely fortunate, and I am forever grateful for this amazing experience. For this past couple of years, I've been able to learn so much. This past 2 years have been all about learning in many different ways. And I am so happy that I was in the best place with the best company to go through this life-changing experience. As a coordinator of First Generation Student Initiatives, my role entails connecting students who are first in their family to graduate from college with resources that will help them achieve their academic and their personal goals. Every time someone asks me what motivates me to stay in this field of work, I always say that as a first generation graduate college myself, what motivates me to stay in this field of work is the opportunity to being able to see my students and their families or their loved ones at their graduation ceremonies. That makes me extremely proud. But later on, to be able to hear the updates and stories about all the wonderful things they have been able to accomplish after college, it really inspires me to continue. One of the resources that we provide at our office are a workshop series. They cover topics related to academic skills, career development, and financial wellness. But I always wanted to do a session called I Am Graduating, Now What? Advice for Graduating Seniors. And since today, or let's say this is my last opportunity to speak on this campus to students, guess what we're gonna do today? Right, today we're gonna get that session. I am graduating, now what? Advice or consejos for graduating seniors. What I will share today is a compilation of advice or consejos from sources in the areas of finance, professional development, education, and parents of first-generation college students. In 2006, the Lumina Foundation for Education supported the publication of a book called First in the Family, Advice About College for First-Generation Students, Your College Years. For me, it was so interesting to see that much of the advice that they provided for your college years was still relevant after the fact graduation. Today, I will use their framework to share 7 pieces of advice or consejos for graduating seniors. We're ready? Okay, this is number 1. Just as college was a journey of discovery, so it's the new chapter in your professional and personal development. This is a great opportunity to set up new goals and remember that everyone's path is going to be different. In a finance article by Michelle Schroeder, the founder of Making Sense of Sense, she says, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Don't forget about that. The parent of one of our first generation college students shared that sometimes we have to start from the bottom to get to the way to the top, on our way to the top. There's much you can learn in the process. Don't deny opportunities in your path just because you think they're just for beginners. It takes time to become successful. If you're starting on your own, let's say if you're starting on your own, remember to be patient. If you fall or you fail, don't be afraid to start again. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Number 2, facing the hurdles. This was very interesting for me because it said that for some of us, college was a culture shock. And the same can happen in this new stage in our lives. For example, our new jobs. There might be times at work when you feel that you don't belong. Believe in yourself. As one parent shared, one of our parents said, you will face challenges on your way, but you have been preparing all along for this particular moment. You have the tools that you need to succeed. And this is the moment to apply what you have learned. In this area, it's very important for you to remember that always keep your resume ready. Don't forget about your resume, update it. It's not only when you're looking for a job, keep it up to date. Remember that as an alum, you can keep using the career services offered here at UW Tacoma. After you graduate, stay connected with career services, the Office of Career Services, Career Education and Development, our office here. Don't forget, keep your resume ready. Also, sometimes we might even feel lost, a little bit lost after graduation, and we might need some time to figure out what's next. That's okay, okay? Maybe our plans didn't work out. Be open to unexpected changes and take time to discover what you are good at. Also, in the process of learning, you are for sure going to make mistakes. That's okay. Make sure you ask questions and don't be ashamed to ask for help, okay? So this was number 2, facing the hurdles. Number 3, enlarging your circle. What is that? So you see, just like they told you in college to develop relationships that help you succeed, this also applies after graduation. Make sure you stay connected with mentors at networks in your field of work. Also, that's a great way for you to find out how they prepare for their careers. What is it that they do? What are they doing? How they stay connected? Stay involved and stay informed with organizations that you're interested in. This might be in your field of work, but this might be some of your personal interest. Maybe even become a member, an active member of some of those organizations. Don't forget, throughout this process, your circle of friends, and make sure you invest in your relationships by nurturing them. Don't forget about them. Also, stay in touch with those who helped you along the way. You know, I know we can get very busy, but those who have been with you along this pathway, they will remain with you. Stay connected. That was our number 3. How about let's try number 4? The hours of your day. In college, we were introduced to topics on how to best manage our time and our resources. After college, you need to remember to make time to take good care of yourself and your health. Don't forget about that. Take breaks. Find something that brings you joy. Exercise, or maybe volunteer. You see, prepare for the future and learn how to manage your finances. Build a budget. Develop an emergency fund. And you know what? Find information on how to start saving for retirement. Yes, I said retirement. Be grateful and appreciate moments with those you care about. That's a wonderful way on how to spend the hours of your day. Number 5, reading, writing, and aiming high. So these critical college skills were always emphasized in school. After graduation, make sure you always make an effort to learn something new as often as you can. Something new. It not only might benefit your career, but it also helps our brains. It makes sure that it does help our brains to remain active and possibly even delay memory loss or diseases that can affect parts of our brain. Learn something new. Don't be afraid also to try new things, even if they might make you uncomfortable. And take advantage of professional development opportunities at work or even in your community. Reading, writing, and aiming high. That was number 5. Let's try number 6. Pass it forward. I love this one. This is the last advice offered in the book for college students. They were encouraging our students to help those who came or who come after them, right? They suggest to go back to high school and talk to students about your college and career experiences. Also, connect with the teachers and mentors who helped you along the way. And very important, let them know how impactful their help was. Trust me, they will love to hear that from you. As you pass it forward, make sure that in this new stage in your life, it's important to remember to give back and help others. This could be through service or maybe through the gifts that you already have. Don't forget that you might be a source of inspiration for family and maybe friends. Work is not everything. Don't forget about that. It's not. Get involved in the community. Find a place that you feel welcome and that respects and validates who you are. Your safe place, a place where you can feel that you can contribute with your skills and gifts. Also, remember that helping others can help create a sense of belonging, provide you with a sense of purpose, and it might even help you live longer, by improving your ability to manage stress. That was our number 6. Pass it forward. Now, number 7. See, this last advice or consejo comes from my mother, who won't let me forget that I did not go to my graduation and she was not able to be there. She will never let me forget. So here's her advice, number 7. Celebrate every achievement or accomplishment. It does not matter how big or small you think it might be. The important part is that you did it. Enjoy the moment. And I know you knew that you could do it. It's true, there were times that the clouds of doubt came back. But you have been preparing for this moment for a while, and you have developed the skills to make it happen. There's this quote from the author R.J. Palacios in her book Wonder, where she says, "I think there should be a rule that everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their lives." So Huskies, this is your time to celebrate. A standing ovation to you for this and all that is yet to come. Muchas felicidades. Congratulations to you, your family, and your friends. Felicidades. Gracias.
All right, guys, now it's time for our third raffle.
Last but not the least, let's go ahead and can I get a drum roll from everyone? Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to come down and we're going to, you know what? I have to say this. I'm going to pick my 2 favorite people. Okay. Come down, no bias. But I'll just do a couple people at a time, okay? So I'm going to come to Joseph, one of my good and closest friend, and he's going to pick one of the numbers and see. Well, Joseph, pick one number. Thank you. All right, the last 3 digits are 027. Once, twice, all right. Well, it's all good, don't worry. Deep, I met this guy back in fall quarter. We made a lot of great memories, didn't we? Can you pick a number for me?
I'm rooting for Himanshu's table.
Yeah? All right, 029. 029. No? Oh, come on. You guys are not lucky. Never mind. I don't want to be friends with you. All right. Zainab. All right. 008. All right. We have a winner. Can we have you come upstairs? All right. Great. Come on upstairs and then. All right. Here we go. Oops. Can ask her name and I'll Brenda. All right. Our last one is, it may look like small, but there's some value in there. Okay? Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Thank you for participating. So now, let's talk about what can I say? About our experience working at CEI and being a University of Washington Tacoma student.
Our experience.
Oh, our experience.
Yeah.
You know, Nargis, I don't think everything else. Sure, I don't think everything is about to be
You
on
have
you.
to share.
All right, so, well, I met Nargis back in fall quarter when I first working at Center for Equity and Inclusion. And I am so grateful that I met so many amazing people over this time, like because I transferred from Seattle campus and I was just like a newborn child basically when I came to this. When I was like, I did not know anyone. I was like, I'm gonna be like, I had all my connections back in Seattle, but coming to this campus and landing a job at Center for Equity and Inclusion, I remember I got interviewed by Nedra, and I was like, oh God, I don't think I'm gonna land this job, but you know, here I am. And the first day in orientation, we had like our training basically.
Yeah.
No, I don't even know. I don't know English, guys. Can you tell? Okay, so I had this Zoom screen right behind me, like this like virtual screen.
It was a library.
It was a library.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you want to tell the
So
story?
when I first saw Ahmed, it was during the training online, and I was so happy because I saw two brown guys. I was just like, oh my God, my people. And it was Himanshu and Ahmed, and when they introduced themselves, I was like, oh my God, Ahmed, like that's an Arabic name. And I thought he was Arab or Middle Eastern. And then he introduced himself, and he said he was Pakistani, and I was still excited because my brother-in-law is Pakistani. So,
No.
very great.
And then after that, we started like, you know, she became the president of MSA, I became the vice president, then we planned all of the great things like multicultural night, and yeah, so that was our experience. So like, you know, many more memories to make. Now, go ahead.
So up next, now that we've introduced ourselves a little more, up next we have our second performance for the night. We have the privilege of partnering with our community organization, the Asia Pacific Cultural Center, on many things, including our social justice summer internship. I would like to invite Ala from APCC to come up and introduce our next performances.
Hi, everyone in Talofa. My name is Ala Talo. I am the Culture Program Manager for Asia Pacific Culture Center. We have 47 cultures under our watch, and our job is to promote, display, educate, share, and all of that good stuff with our communities. I have the honor to introduce our first performer. We have been in the community for 25 years, and we're still here. If you only know our day today, you would say to yourself, I don't know how I'm still standing, because we were from the other end of the state, and now we're here standing in front of you. So it is an honor to be invited. Thank you, Nedra, for inviting us. Culture and traditions is so dear to our heart, and to research the word Umoja is so powerful. And I am so humble to be here in the midst of you all to introduce our next performer. She is my assistant. She's very humble, very proud to represent her culture in such a way. This lady will dance for you the Apsara dance, meaning the water nymph or celestial spirit. The Apsara is deeply rooted in ancient Indian mythology. Legend has it that these beautiful divine beings would descend from the heavens to entertain gods and kings with their captivating dance and charm. The nymphs protected the king of gods by seducing mortals who were seen as threat with their beauty. Their powers were incredible. Mortals and divinities could not resist the celestial charms. Since the spirit are meant to entrap mortals with their beauty, the dance moves reflect this idea and include slowly paced, mesmerizing moves that hypnotize the audience. The main traits of the dance are the hand gestures. Each movement of the fingers has its own distinct meaning, from worshiping the spirits of nature by depicting a flower in bloom to referencing one of the hundreds of Buddhist and Hindu legends. Apsaras are identified by their elaborate costume, which is comprised of elegant silk clothing, stunning jewel, headdresses, and precious necklace, earrings, bracelets, and anklets. Everybody put your hands together for our next performer, Miss Varaya Toasty. Thank you, Ms. Varaya. As you all know, May is the month to celebrate us Asian and Pacific Islander. So we had to represent our Asian side, and then also now we're gonna represent our Pacific Islander side. The island that's gonna represent our Pacific Islander is Samoa, which is the island that's so dear to my heart because that's where I'm from. So anytime you have a Samoan come to perform, you have to do the chanting. I'm gonna teach you a thing or two about being a Samoan because this is a celebration, not a death. We are here to celebrate, right? So there's gotta be some noises, there's gonna be some smiles. So I'm gonna have somebody come help me hold the microphone while I'm gonna do this with you guys. So if you take your two hands, clap it together. When I say Millie, you rub your two hands together like this. And as an islander, my grandmother always tell me, you need to carry a smile all the time. So if you didn't bring your smile, you forgot it at home, shame on you. Because you ought to bring your smile all the time. So let's Millie. Millie, 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 Millie. When I say Lua Pati, you give me two clap. Lua means two, Pati means clap. Lua Pati, Lua Pati. Wow, you guys are awake and you're paying attention. Lua Po, you crisscross your hand and give me this sound. Lua Po, Lua Po. Now, being a Samoan, you gotta show everybody that you are confident. Because being a Samoan in this country, it's really hard. So therefore, Lua Patimaleo, you are going to do this. 1, 2, right hand over your shoulder, and you are going to use your voice and say, oh. So let's try it. Lua Patimaleo, oh. There is about 50 of you here, and you should cover my voice, not with a microphone. So I'm going to take the microphone away. Lua Patimaleo is 1, 2, oh. Do not drop the oh. No, it's a sharp tone. Oh. So let's try it again. Lua Patimaleo, oh. Lua Patimaleo, oh. Now it sounds like more celebration now. Introducing our next group. Representing the island of Samoa, they are Tui'ai. They are going to do 2 numbers. The first number, it's about tattoo. As we all know, Pacific Islanders, they're so crazy with their tattoo. They still have old method of tattooing. They don't use machines. So she's gonna dance that. And then the second one, it's a traditional song, and it's gonna be danced by the whole group.
Wow, that was such an amazing performance. So up next, we have our last performance for the night. So Rangila is a premium Bollywood fusion dance company located in Seattle. Rangila's members shares a common passion for spreading awareness about the vibrant South Asian culture in the Seattle community. They have professional expertise in teaching and performing a variety of styles ranging from Bollywood, Bhangra, semi-classical hip-hop, modern, Garba, and many more. Rangila Dance Company conducts monthly Bollywood dance workshops and provides choreography services for special events like this. So please give it up for our Rangila dancers. Thank you.
ఇలరాణిని కలిపింది కదా సిరివెన్నెలా దూరమా దూరమా తీరమై చేరుమా నడి రాత్రిలో తెరలు తెరచినది నిద్దురలో మగత మరిచి ఉదయించినదా కులుకు లొలుకు చెలి మొదటి కళ తన నవ్వులలో చమకు తన చెంపలలో చమకు చమకు తన మువ్వలలో జనకు జనకు సరికొత్త కళ
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. So the last portion of our program, which you've all been waiting for, is the presentation of our stoles for our graduating class. We ask that grads please line up on my left side, this side, and please don't forget your name card. And the person that will be presenting your stole will line up on the same order on our right. As you reach the stage, each graduate will give Nedra and Jimmy their card we gave you upon check-in. This is a perfect time for photos, so as you see your graduate come up on stage, feel free to take a picture of them. Now I'd like to invite Jimmy McCarty and Nedralani.
And the person presenting your stole, please go to the right. Family and friends, make sure you're in the same order as your graduates on this left side, please. Our first graduate, Himanshu Tucker, Master of Computer Science and Technology. Please exit to your right. Our next graduate, Joseph Nguyen, Bachelor's of Arts in Business Administration. Our next graduate, Deep Sumra, Bachelor's of Arts in Criminal Justice. Our next graduate, Brenda Reyes Jimenez, Bachelor's of Arts in IAS, Communications major, and Community Engagement minor. Up next, Andre Jimenez, Bachelor's of Art in Law and Policy with minors in Global Engagement and Economics. Yes, please give it up for our graduates, y'all. This is a big accomplishment. Thank you. Up next, Miriam Al-Daraji, Bachelor's of Science in Biomedical Science. Up next, Fatima Juma, Bachelor's of Arts in Healthcare Leadership. Next, we have Zainab Al-Kadban, BS in Biomedical Science. Anna Nguyen, Bachelor's of Science in Computer Engineering. Now? Anna, do you want to wait and present hers? They're presenting each other's stoles. How cute. Tatiana Franco, Bachelor's in Electrical Engineering. Up next, we have Sumyuk Jain, Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science and Systems. Up next, we have Melissa Ramirez Maralda, Bachelor's of Biomedical Science. Next, we have Noura Mohammed, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. And last but not least, we have Greg Urquhart, PhD in Counseling Psychology. Please give it up to our 2022 Umoja graduates. Thank you so much. We are closing up our program. I'm going to have our MCs come up and say their final remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, Nedra. All right, that was such an amazing ceremony. It's like nice and intimate. Who doesn't like that, you know? It's very true. All right, so thank you everybody for coming and celebrating with us tonight. I hope you all had as much of a great time as we did with you all.
And laughed with us too.
And now we would like to invite Dr. McCarty up on the stage for our closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. First, let's say thank you to our MCs, Nargis and Ahmed. I saw your jokes. I laughed. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful job. This is our Umoja celebration. Umoja means oneness or unity or moving together in strength and unity. There's a West African saying that goes something like, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Nedrelani's taught me a Samoan phrase that goes something like, you can't get a lot of oil from one coconut, right? There's multiple cultures that teach us that we are better, we are stronger, we are smarter, we are more loving, we are more just, we are more ourselves when we do it together. Tonight we celebrate our graduates, but we don't only celebrate our graduates. We celebrate their friends, their professors, their families, their communities, neighbors, faith communities, those who have walked with them. There is no person who's going to graduate from the University of Washington, Tacoma this year who did it all alone. You all are graduating with them. So before we wrap up, I want you to give yourselves a big graduation round of applause for all of your accomplishments. You all achieved this together. I want to, before we close tonight, take a little bit of time to thank those who made it possible for this to happen. To our professional staff in the Center for Equity and Inclusion, Nedra, Sarah, and Gabe, please stand and receive a round of applause. To our student leaders who helped design and decorate and organize this event, Ahmed and Nargis, as well as Luke, Himanshu, Kyle, and Perla, and anyone else who I don't have their name here. Please stand up, raise your hand, give them a round of applause. Chancellor Lang, who is here to greet us, give her a round of applause. Interim Vice Chancellor for Equity and Inclusion, Dr. Marianne Harris, thank you so much for your service this year and for being here tonight. Give her an applause. To our equity champions over the course of this pandemic, facilities and IT and campus safety and our food pantry for keeping us safe and strong as we came back together. Thank you so much. Please give them an applause. And to you, our graduating students, there is no UW Tacoma without you. Without your gifts and your joy and your smarts, we exist because you are here and you want to learn and you want to grow, and because you will be the ones leading Tacoma and Washington State and the world going long into the future. So thank you for all you've done. Congratulations on all you've accomplished. We got here together. Let us go forward together in the spirit of Umoja. Thank you all so much. Please travel safe as you go home tonight. Thank you.